On January 6th, that date, it is a somber day in American history. Today marks 5 years since the deadly insurrection at the United States Capitol. The images from that day seared into our memory.
On January 6, 2021, a pro-Trump mob stormed the Capitol, demanding the results of the 2020 presidential election be overturned. Law enforcement officers were attacked. Parts of the building were vandalized and breached. 5 people died. And in the years that followed, more than 1,000 people were charged by the Justice Department, many of them later pardoned after President Trump returned to office.
So on this 5-year mark, the day is being observed, but in very different ways. Our Jess Arnold is live on Capitol Hill this morning with more on 2 of the major events that are happening today. Jess.
Hey there. Yeah, well, first, House Democrats are holding an unofficial hearing at the Capitol Visitor Center at 10 a.m. to, as they term it, quote unquote, set the record straight on the violent insurrection carried out by Donald Trump supporters. Now, we're expecting to hear from former law enforcement officers, as well as some state officials, some people who were inside the Capitol on the day of the attack 5 years ago, and former January 6th Select Committee Chairman Benny Thompson. Now, that panel recommended that President Trump be prosecuted, but all charges were dropped after he won re-election. Also today, not long after that hearing at the Ellipse, a group of people who were convicted for the attack are planning a march billed as a patriotic and peaceful memorial to honor Ashley Babbitt. She was shot and killed by a U.S. Capitol police officer as she rushed the Capitol with a couple thousand others on that day. Worth noting here, one of the organizers is the former leader of the far-right group, the Proud Boys, Enrique Tarrio. He was convicted of multiple charges, including seditious conspiracy, for his role in the attack and sentenced to 22 years in prison. President Trump pardoned him and more than 1,500 other J6 defendants on his first day back in the White House last January. Now, the march plans to follow the same route that this mob took in 2021 from the president's speech when he told the crowd to march, quote unquote, peacefully and patriotically and to fight like hell. More than 140 police officers were injured in the attack, but a plaque made in their honor is still not displayed in the Capitol, which is required by law. Speaker Mike Johnson hasn't even formally unveiled it. So, about 100 members of Congress, mostly Democrats, have taken it upon themselves to hang up replicas outside of their offices, like Maryland Representative Jamie Raskin.
Those officers need to be honored. They should have a very important place in American history and certainly in the history of this institution. But it's not just for them, it's also for the members of Congress, so people won't be tempted to play political games with actual historical events.
Now, 2 of the police officers who defended the Capitol on that day have filed a lawsuit last year trying to compel Congress to display that plaque. The DOJ is currently trying to dismiss that lawsuit as President Trump continues to downplay the moments of January 6, 2021, calling it a day of love, while most Republicans here now at the Capitol continue to turn a blind eye to that day's events. Guys.
Jess Arnold, thank you, Jess.